February!
It's the Old Celtic Festival of Imbolc, one of my favourite times of the year, when we celebrate the very early start of spring and welcome new beginnings.
February the 2nd, Time to Talk Day, about the benefits of talking, helping each other manage our difficulties and problems. Here I am, talking to the birds, talking to the sun, talking to you. This whole project, in a way, is about mental health. Giving myself something each day, fill myself with beauty before anything else. To be a positive conversation between myself and my relationship with the earth helps me cope with my fears for the future of the planet. Getting out, walking, listening to nature, filling myself with the golden light of the beginning of the day. It's a little anchor in each day, which will definitely be here. The sun will rise.
This is sunrise on the 3rd of February. It was a bit of a rush today. I couldn't find things. I couldn't get Pippa to eat her breakfast fast enough. But we got here. There's a lot of people out for a swim today. Fourth of February, and we're at Southsea Castle to see the sunrise today. So all of this is being redeveloped along here to try and stop Portsmouth being submerged by the sea with climate change. And right now, unfortunately, it's ruining the view a bit, but there's the sunrise. Oh, I've got someone else watching with me.
One of the things I've learned is that the most beautiful skies appear about 20 minutes before the sunrise, because so many times I've seen the sky looking incredible colours as I've been on my way, and I haven't actually been able to film it. Love the colours in the sky today, when it's this pastel colours all the way round the horizon. There's pinks in the west, and then it moves round gradually, becoming more golden. I'm standing in a line directly between the sun and the full moon, which feels incredible alignment. So I'm here on Southsea Beach on the 6th of February. That's the moon behind me, the full moon, and I slept on the beach last night so that I was ready for the morning sky. Had a friend with me. Hi, this is Steve.
Morning.
So I didn't get a lot of sleep. Yeah, it was chilly and I woke up every couple of hours, stayed awake for a while, needed to get up for a pee, neighbour snoring. And the foxes were playing outside the tent and having a look round when we went off to bed. That was lovely. And God, it's just amazing, like listening, going to sleep, listening to the sound of the waves. This is the dawn sky. February the 7th, and I'm beginning in the old village of Chalton, walking up to Chalton Down.
I wasn't expecting how icy it would be. It's a layering of white over everything.
I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning, unnecessarily, but then I couldn't get back to sleep afterwards. So I started looking at information about Chalton Down, which is where I'm walking now. And it was funny to see that it's listed as a mountain on about 3 different websites. I've never thought that I lived near the mountains, so this is a great discovery. I will now be saying I'm off to the mountains. But actually, I investigated this a bit further, and mountains are usually considered to be defined if they're over 1,000 or 2,000 feet. It seems to vary depending on where you read. And this is about 450 feet, I think. So I've always thought of it as a hill. Wow, mist in the valley.
Actually, it goes a bit higher up here, so I'm now running across this field to try and get to the higher ground right at the top here, which will be the summit of Chalton Down. There it is, I can see it. I can see little glimpses of it through the trees. It's crisp, ice, wonderland, misty valley, sunrise. I am happy in this moment right now. The sun. It's so beautiful, I don't want to leave it. I just wasn't expecting it today. But yeah, I think I could just stay out here today all day. I just would not have walked up this icy cold hill early in the morning if I wasn't doing this. There's no way I'd be here now, experiencing possibly the most amazing day of the year. It's February the 8th and I'm meeting a friend down here, which is exciting. We're at Eastney. Here she is! Hello! Thank you for coming along. What a one we're sharing this morning. That's stunning, isn't it? The camera isn't capturing it, but that's a radiant, deep red. It's like a burning ember. It's the 9th of February and grey skies, but not completely thick grey. It's always kind of breaks in the cloud with some blues and some pinks showing through too. Okay, this is it. This is sunrise. There is something about a grey day like this, especially a soft misty one, which is quite comforting in a strange way in the absence of the sunrise being very visible. It's like a rest day. It's like the night almost, where everything seems just softer and gentler and more restful. And I love the amazing bright golden sunrises, but I also really love these days. I feel a real sense of peace here this morning. It's certainly not a disappointment. It's freezing fog on the 10th of February. I'm here at Milton Common. Got a friend with me today. Hi, Steve. It's like we're in the clouds. Good morning, it's the 11th of February. It's one of those days where the sky is like a grey, comforting blanket, beginning the morning softly, just easing us in. That's your footprint, Pip. "12th of February and we've got the clouds again today. And here's the sunrise above the ocean at the end of the lane. It's the 13th of February and we're at Southsea and I'm with my friend Kaz. I can't believe what I just did. It looked really misty when I got here, so I was walking around the other side of the pier, and as I was coming through the other side of the pier, the sun had risen a little bit. So I was here, but I was the other side of the pier as it emerged from the horizon. This is a little bit crazy. I got up at 5:45 today because I've arranged to meet a friend in Gosport, which takes a cycle ride and a ferry crossing and then another cycle ride to get there in time for the sunrise. And when I looked at the forecast this morning, I saw that it was going to be deep fog until 9 o'clock. So I've had to leave anyway because it's going to be there. Okay, so this is probably the most effort I've put in yet this year, and the earliest start as well that I've made. Getting a bit of practice in for the summer. That might be David. Hello! Good morning! morning! So what's this place, David?
This is Fort Gilkicker, near Gosport, on Hanna. And it's the ideal place to come see the sunrise.
There we are, moment of sunrise. There it is, it's one of the glowing ember sunrises.
It's the 15th of February and I'm at Milton Common and it's all about pink today. Just everywhere's pink. I think in the film it looks a bit orange, but it's just been pinks, all types of pinks this morning. Mornings like this are the ones that I really want to encourage people to experience because it can't be shown on film, at least not my film. I couldn't capture the range of colours and the spectrum that my eyes could see this morning, all the pinks and oranges and golds and yellows and blues and mauves and purples. There's just so many colours that it's just a feast for the eyes and the soul.
It's a grey, rainy one today. It feels like a long time since I've felt the rain on a sunrise.
It's the 17th of February and Steve's come out again and we're at Catherington Church, going to the fields behind the church. You can see a little bit of pink in the sky over there. It's worth it for the snowdrops anyway. So it's 7:13 and the sun is rising. We're just a little bit below the hill, so it's going to be a little while longer till it comes up above that. It's February the 18th and I'm at Portchester Castle. Windy, fresh. We can see the whole Portsmouth skyline from here and a great view of the sunrise. I'll be coming back here. It's a good spot. I still see so many dog walkers out at sunrise time, but I think they're going to drop away as the days get earlier and I'll be more and more on my own. It's day 50, the 50th sunrise in a row. Today, 14 years ago, the sun rose on my brother's last day. This is the sea that he was found in the next morning. I've been reading Matt Haig's The Comfort Book, which interestingly has a rising sun on its cover. Might be a setting sun, but I'm seeing it as a rising sun. How to be an ocean. You haven't failed in a moment of sadness. You haven't lost in a moment of defeat. You are not a statue standing in an eternal contrapposto. You are a thing in motion, a rising tide, a cresting wave. Your vast depths witness every marvel, every wonder. You are then marvellous and wonderful. So don't fight the moon. Allow every tide and give all your wrecked ships the space to hide. It's the 20th of February on a cold morning in Southsea, and there is the sunrise. I've got a sunrise swan following me along today, my little friend today. I love this because quite often on the 20th of February, when I've walked along here, I've been accompanied by swans, and it always feels special when I walk along here, remembering my brother. I invite you to stop the plate spinning for just a moment, just a pause. It's so easy for the time to pass. It's 21st of February and it's a very wet, misty morning this morning, and my eyes are not really wanting to be open right now. Definitely wanted to stay sleeping. And there it is. There's blossom out. It smells lovely, really sweet, springtime. This has been a perfect example of one of those really grey days where you would just think it's not worth going outdoors, but because I have, I've definitely had moments of wonder this morning where I've just lost the sense of myself and been totally immersed. So again, I'm thinking, yeah, it was worth it.
February, and I'm hoping I haven't messed up my phone because it's very rainy today and I'm still filming. Yeah, I think I might have a bit of water in there. 7:04. Welcome the sun.
Good morning, 23rd of February. The alarm woke me from a very fascinating dream this morning, which I'll never know what happened in. But I'm here at Milton Common. I'm on a bit of a roll with Milton Common at the moment because it's only a couple of miles from my house, and so it is the fastest place I can get to. I've been quite busy lately and late nights, so it's been a little bit more challenging, even though the sun is still rising at 7:02 this morning. And there is the sunrise. It's strange how some mornings there's just so many birds and some mornings hardly any, and it's a lot quieter. And yet there's not such a significant change otherwise with the weather. I think it is definitely busier here amongst the birds when it's a sunnier morning. February the 24th, and the forecast was very cloudy, but there's actually a really burning strip of gold on the horizon today. I can't believe how far the sun has moved round since I was last here. Its position has really changed. It's the 25th of February. It's freezing out here. My hands can hardly hold the phone. There it is. Tiny, tiny crack in the clouds at the moment. Oh, I'm gonna hurry home now and get my hands round a mug of hot tea. It's February the 26th. Very cold this morning. I think my thermometer said 2 degrees, but there's a bit of a northeast wind which is biting. I had a bad night. My dog was wanting to go out literally every single hour of the night. So I've had very little sleep. I'm just pretty wrecked today. I think I'm going to go back to bed. These are the things that are going to make the challenge a lot harder, is when other things are thrown into the equation, like a late night at work, like last night. I'm going to have to try and catch up a bit in the day. But my neighbour is renovating his house, and so there's hammering and sawing and like shaking of the walls all day. So yeah, there's not much chance for sleep either really in the daytime. Looks like the swan is able to get more sleep than me today, standing on its legs even. I'll be trying that later. It's the 27th of February and I'm a bit less tired, but Pippa's still unwell. She was waking me every 2 hours to go out. I've got work at 8 o'clock, so I've got to be quite quick. It's a cold, frosty one again, and the slivers of gold happening now as the sun rises. Red, deep orange, hoping we'll see it come through that little crack. It's the 28th of February and we made it. Every sunrise of January and February, and that's quite a good feeling. I've never imagined doing that before. I've watched a couple of sunrises maybe a year on the summer solstice when wild camping. Yeah, it's an interesting practice to be following and to be approaching with the sense of curiosity for what each day is going to bring, how each morning is going to begin. I'm looking forward to the mornings where my hands don't feel like they're going to freeze. We've got a long sliver of gold this morning. Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful.
If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world